In this video, I'm going to show you how you can have different size text based on the screen device size in Bootstrap Studio. So let's head over to the program. So in Bootstrap Studio, you have 6 different screen sizes. The first one is XS, which is a small phone, and the largest one is XXL, which is a television. So you can customize the size of things like a heading or a paragraph based on the size of the screen, and it's not too difficult to implement. Before you begin, if you are using one of the custom templates, you may find that the paragraph as well as the heading may already have custom sizes applied to them, so you may need to reset the sizes for this to work in this tutorial. If you're just using the paragraph component and the heading component from the component list, then this tutorial should work fine, and so on. So the first thing we need to do is go over to the right hand side, and we want to select the design option. So you may need to drag this up from the bottom. So under design, there's an option called styles. If we put a cursor over styles and right click and select new and select CSS file, a new file's been added. So give that file a unique name, call it anything you like as long as it's unique. Just going to call mine text size for this demonstration. So we always want to start off with the smallest screen size. So any effects you apply to the smallest screen size will be applied to all the other screen sizes above it until you add a new point break, basically. So always start with the smallest one. So first of all, we need to select either a paragraph or a heading. So make sure a paragraph selected. Then from the appearance tab, we can now see there's an option called style attribute. So on the far right hand side, there's a plus icon. So click on that. And then you can see under file, we have text size. So that's a file we just created. If you can't find it, click on the drop down menu and select it from the list. So make sure that's selected. Then you can see there's a P indicated, which indicates paragraph. Then click on add query. And then most importantly, you can see it says 300px, which is the screen size. And then click on the tick, and then you can see it turns a blue color indicating we are editing this smaller screen size. So then from the appearance tab, we can see there's a font option, and if we go down to the font size, we can then adjust the font size to our liking. So it's totally up to you what size you want. A good size, in my opinion, is around 16 or 17 on the smallest screen. So once you're happy with that, then go to the next screen size. So I'm going to choose the second one and repeat the same process. Go to the plus icon, click on that. Again, make sure the right file is selected, add query. You can now see that the screen size is changed to 576. Put a tick in the box, and now you can see that's gone blue, which indicates we are editing this page. And again, same process. So this one, totally up to you again. Probably around 19 is a good size, but it depends on the font style. And next step, third one, same process. Click on the plus sign, make sure the file's correct, add query. Again, you can see the size and put a tick in the box, and again adjust the size. I'm going to go really big for this one just for the demonstration. Again, a good size is probably around 21, 22, but it's up to you. I'm just going to go really big for this demonstration. So you don't have to add the sizes to every screen size. You can just choose the first one, the third one, the fourth one, and so on. It's totally up to you. But let's say for example, the last one I've just applied, that size is now applied to all the others above it. So if I go into a preview, you can see if I adjust the size of the screen, you can see the text is adjusting accordingly, just like that. So that's the smallest, that's the next one, and that's the biggest one. So the last option is now being applied to all the others. If you want to adjust all of them, it's totally up to you, but you don't have to. So the same process for a heading. Make sure the heading is selected, and then go to the smaller screen size. And repeat the same process. If you want to, you can also add another CSS file. Just right click and add it again. But if you want to, you can also add the styles to this section, which I will do. So heading is selected, appearance, click on the plus sign, you can see the same file size is selected. Add query, you can see the size. Tick in the box, and again, same process, and the font, adjust the size. Go to the next one, same process. Again, it's up to you what size you want to choose. I'm just going really big for this demonstration. And again, next size. Just like that. So let's have a quick look at that in the preview. So you can see the heading is adjusting just like that. And the good thing is, once you've created this CSS file, all you have to do to edit the size of the text is select the file. So double click on it. You may need to drag it up from the bottom. So you can see it's selected there, text size, not styles, but text size. And you can see all the sizes. So the first one is 300, which is the smallest. You can see it says a P, which indicates paragraph, and you have the font size. So you have them all there, and the heading is H1. And you can see again, you can adjust these. So heading will be either H1 or H2 or H3, whatever one you've added basically, and so on. So every time you want to adjust these, if I just drag that down, so I adjust the first one, so you can see the text is being adjusted. And once I click on an empty space, it goes back to normal. That's because I'm on the third size, not the smallest one. If I go back to the small one, you can see the text is being adjusted, and so on, just like that. So it's a real simple process for adjusting it and so on. So you don't use the appearance tab. You can if you want to, but it's much easier just to click on the file you created, and you can adjust all the sizes and so on. So if I go back again, you can see that's really small, and it adjusts as the screen gets bigger and so on. If you wanted to just make that a bit bigger so I can see it, if you wanted to adjust the font style, again, you can do that. So what you can either use the CS file you've created. So you can select create, and you can see it gives you a new option. If you click on that box, you can select and type in font family, and you can choose a font from the list, whatever you've got installed, and you can select the font. And if I drag that down, you can see the font's been changed just like that. So every time you want to change the font, you can just click on the font, delete that, and select what's ever installed from the list, just like that, and so on. If not, you can delete that one. And you can also adjust the font from the appearance tab. So what you need to do, you need to make sure that you click on this option here and select style attribute, and make sure it's just blank, and then you can adjust the font style. So again, just go to font family. You can see there's only 2 fonts installed in this section, but you get the idea, just like that. And you can see it gets applied to everyone. But again, it's probably easier to add the font to the CSS file you just created and so on. So hopefully that helps you. And if you do want to reuse these paragraphs in the heading instead of going through the same process, or you do create a new site, all you have to do is select the paragraph. You can see it's selected here in the overview. So right click on it, select, add to library, give it a unique name, and you can see that all the styles you've applied, all the sizes, you can see they're all listed here, and that will then be imported over to a new site and so on. So just select create, and it gets added to your custom section and so on. So hopefully that helps you. Thanks for watching.